How's it going, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. And for today, we're not going to be doing any cosmetic changes to the XT. What we are going to be doing is going to be changing power steering fluid and also the brake fluid. Now, there's no particular reason why I'm doing this. I just don't think it's ever been changed since the car was new. But I will say that sometimes the power steering pump does make a bit of noise, and also the brakes do feel a bit spongy. Now, for this particular job, we're going to be using this piston Super Dot 4 for the brake fluid, and then automatic transmission fluid for the power steering fluid. Before I begin, just a quick disclaimer about the power steering fluid. So according to the forums, if you have a turbo EJ25, you're supposed to be only using automatic transmission fluid instead of power steering fluid. So, you know, just make sure you know what you're doing, make sure you do the research. And in this case, because I do have the turbo model, I'm going with Subaru automatic transmission fluid. Now, in terms of brake fluid, according to the forums, you're fine as long as you use Super Dot 3 or 4. You don't want to use Super Dot 5 because apparently they use a different type of material, and because of that, they don't blend real nicely. You just want to make sure you do your research and don't use Dot 5. And I believe that's everything I need to say. I am ready to start. With that being said, obviously, power steering fluid is going to be a lot easier than changing the brakes, so we're just going to go and start with this. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and check how good the oil is. I'm not sure you guys can see, but it's actually a little bit brown. It's not supposed to be that color, it's supposed to be more red. So what I'm thinking is it's a little faded because they may have added power steering fluid. That's one reason why I want to get this switched out. What I'm going to be using to finish this job is going to be the suction thing right here. As you can see, I'm just going to use it to suck out all the old power steering fluid, and hopefully that doesn't make a mess. Okay, so the first batch of power steering fluid is out, and I'm just gonna go ahead and say that I'm pretty sure that's not how it's supposed to look like. So it's definitely looking like a good thing that I am changing power steering fluid. And just for a quick example, this is how it's supposed to look like. The first cycle is finally in. We put the cap back on the reservoir. Next, we're just going to be turning the car, making sure that the oil gets circulated around. And once that's done, we're going to come back here, suck out the fluid again for a few more times until the steering pump fluid runs clear like how it looks like from the bottle. Quick tip, get yourself an oil container like this. It just makes your life so much easier. Make sure to dispose of oil properly, y'all. Finally done with the power and steering fluid, now it's time to tackle the brakes. Just cleaning the cap before I take it off. I'm not sure if you guys can see, but that is pretty disgusting. I'm not exactly sure what this is, but that's pretty disgusting. Unfortunately, GoPro can't focus, but that looks like gunk or some kind of algae, I'm not sure. Alright, so what's next is we are gonna take the bleeder valve off, and then we're gonna bleed the brakes using this tube right here, and hopefully everything goes according to plan. Alright, so we are finally done with changing the steering pump fluid and also the brake fluid on the XT. Now it's just really time for us to take it out for a spin. Hopefully the swelling is gone from the steering pump and hopefully the brakes aren't as spongy as before. But let's go ahead and find out. As I said before, I'm pretty sure that the fluid has never been changed since the car is new. You guys saw how dirty they were, but now I'm just glad that it's been done. So if you are planning on buying a new used car, make sure that you look into changing the steering pump fluid and also the brake fluid, and make sure you do your research to make sure you're using the right fluids. With all of that being said, if you guys want to know what happens next to the XT, the 96, the 86, the Z, or the 50, feel free to like and comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe. And as always, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.